Yo, welcome to another episode of the BJJ Goons podcast. I'm your host, Tim, the Mushmaster Spriggs, and with me, as always, every week is.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Nico. Glad to be back for another episode. What's up, Tim? What you been up to? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while.
I don't know if it hasn't been a while to me. It hasn't been that long. We talk every day, basically. But what's up with me is nothing really. Nothing's really new with me. What's up with you, though?
Ah, nothing really. Actually, just working. I'm getting ready to go into like a stretch of work where it's gonna be a lot of work for like the next 2 weeks to a month. But yeah,
What
and you have a match
projects?
coming up next weekend, right?
Yes, so I'm wrestling for MCW at the Breakthrough
Oh yeah, I guess
show
we
in
got to be
Harvard to
really
Grace.
specific. It is not a
Yes,
jujitsu match. It is a wrestling
no,
match.
it's a professional wrestling match. So I have a professional wrestling match in a week. So this is Sunday or Monday when this is releasing. So this Saturday, I'm going to be wrestling in Harvard to Grace on April 16th for MCW Breakthrough. It's going to be a TV taping. I'm going to beat somebody's ass. Some poor bastard's just
Oh.
going to get their ass kicked. And
So it is
I'm
going to
going to
be
look
on
good doing
TV.
it.
Brandon hit me up and he was talking about saying he was going to buy it because it's far. Because I wanted to go and I even got somebody else that wanted to, like, he was going to drive, but then we realized it was like almost in Delaware.
And the beautiful part about it is there's a bar there's a bar in the
He
building
said there's alcohol. The
and
beautiful part about
there's
it is there's alcohol.
bars around the town in Harvard to Grace,
I mean, like,
whatever it
are you
is.
staying out there? Do you have like a hotel? It's one thing. It's like,
No, it's not
but
that far
it's like
from
an hour.
me.
How far is it for you? Because it's like an hour and
It's
a half for me. Like
it's
maybe.
probably 40 minutes from my house, 40 minutes.
Damn, no, it's not. See, I live in DC and Tim lives closer to Baltimore.
I'm just
So
gonna
yeah, it's a
I'm
hike for
gonna
me.
ask my homie to come through and come through and watch.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna be a
wanted to
fun
go real bad.
time.
So I think like Brandon was planning on buying it and he's like, yeah, come through. But it's like I don't have a car because I got in a car accident a couple like dang.
No,
When
you
was
were
it?
abused by another car.
I
You
was
were
abused by like a drunk car. Yeah, it
Yes.
definitely wasn't me for one.
Where's your
So it's
neck
like
brace? You're messing up.
I'm done with my physical therapy for my lawsuit. Now I'm finalizing everything and waiting to
Okay.
get that check. But like I don't have a car, and like I'm telling Tim, I was like, we need to stop. We need to start like filming in person. But it's like I'm trying to think
Mm-hmm.
of realistically when I can get a car, especially now. I'm like I don't have any days off right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But like you gotta have a car to find a car because like all the dealerships are not like in the DC metro area. Have you ever realized
No.
that?
Why don't you use Carvana?
I'm looking on like Car Guru, but like, well, Carvana delivers. Carvana ain't cheap. Carvana ain't in my price range. So I looked at Carvana last
Oh,
night. Carvana ain't like.
that's why you got to sue the guy that hit you. That's the problem. You
I
got to sue the
am,
guy that
but
hit you.
still, like, still, I'm definitely getting a paycheck. I'm not sure when, but like, yo, I got other stuff I want to buy between shoes and microphones and lenses, and yeah. Anyways, actually, the only reason that I had to buy a car
Yeah.
was when I switched from Beta Academy in DC to TLI, because Beta was in DC, like right by the
Mm-hmm.
metro, and TLI is in Maryland, nowhere near the metro. And I remember I used to like hit up Jamil and like he was at Howard at the time, so he would like finish class and then he would go to the gym and teach the
Mm-hmm.
kids class and then they do his training. So I'd be like, yo, are you on your way to the gym? And then like I take the metro uptown, meet with him somewhere, and like he used to give me mad rides to the gym. Like, oh man, I love Jamil for that. And I bring that up because one thing that we're about to talk about is Pans. So Jamil is definitely down in Florida. Pans is in Florida this year with the rest of the squad.
Did you know that Pans was originally in Florida before
I
they
did
moved it to
not.
California?
Really? And what
Yes.
year? Do you have like trivia, like actual trivia?
That
Remember
is
when we
trivia. I don't remember the
like? Do you
exact
have like the
year. I
actual answer? I was like the
think
actual answer.
I
Like I
want to
mean,
say it was like 2003, 2004 when they started doing it in California because I think it was at Dominguez Hills.
Dominguez Hill,
That's
you're
that.
mad specific. All right.
Yeah,
There we
whichever
go.
one is their mascot is bulls. There's been a few jujitsu tournaments that UC Dominguez Hills, I believe, and then they put it in UC Irvine when I was going through the ranks from blue to purple, brown,
What does you
black.
see?
Pardon?
What does you see?
University of California.
Okay.
So there's several University of Californias within California, state universities. Um, so yeah, that's really cool though. So they're down in Florida, the whole squad.
Yeah, have you seen any of Pans other than like what was I brought up on the outline? Been following it at all? Or are you just into wrestling now? Have you left us? Have you abandoned the jiu-jitsu world for wrestling, Tim?
I haven't abandoned you guys. I just did commentary for who's number one. How have I abandoned you all?
I'm sorry. I'm just like, I like to be dramatic.
I can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. I can multitask. I have ADHD. I am a master at multitasking. And I've been paying attention to just what the team's results are. Karina Lagana, she
I saw
just
that just
won.
today. Sorry.
And yes, and then yesterday, Elijah Dorsey, big breakfast, takes home gold in the brown belt lightweight division.
He killed it. He killed it. And I love not only seeing him win, but seeing him win and not taking out my fiance, Eduardo Hoque, or my ex-fiance, or Moicano, who like sponsored athletes who I paid to bring to the United States and then gets like taken out by Elijah, you know? So what's the other way? I don't know. But, you know, it's good to see him come up to the top without taking out friends, you know?
You
It's a
can't
small
forget
world.
the ladies, Maria Claudia.
Maria Claudia from City of God, which is really dope. She's a training partner of Gabi Pisania.
Really?
Yes, yes, yes. So,
That's
you
going to
know,
be interesting in the future just to see their growth.
the thing about this, and I was talking to BJJ Korea,
Hmm.
who, if you don't follow them, that's BJJCRIA, and she posts like really dope jujitsu reels and stuff like that. So you should go follow her page. I was talking to her, and she is here covering Pans, but she's working for Dream Art. So they paid for her ticket, which might be like $600 to like $1,000, depending on when they bought it, and they paid for a place for her to stay. That shit is expensive. But like the people from City of God, like Gabby Pisania's team, they roll deep at all of the major conversations. Like he's there like 10 kids. Like it's like, how are you paying for all these plane tickets? Like that's a lot of money. Like, so I was telling her today, it's like the in the City of God, they have like some kind of like gold pot or like a gold mine, but they also have amazing athletes. Like Gabby Pisania has that amazing collar drag. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah, huge fan. I need to do a breakdown of it.
Yeah, I was
I
just
want to do a breakdown of it.
yo,
I
I
want to
was
do a
thinking that, but
breakdown.
yo, and you can ask Erin, like one of our former guests, Erin Hurley. Like I've taken her over there to train with like the City of God, and it's like a factory of little, like even teeny tiny little people that'll come up to your kneecaps can like execute that collar drag with like so much finesse. Like I can't do that shit to save my life. Yo, oh my God, they're like mad killers over there that train with Gabby. So Maria Claudia is one of those killers. So it was dope to see her come up on the podium.
Hmm. Hmm. It's nice to see the City of God doing great things and producing top talent. I don't think they get enough attention because
Yeah.
if Maria Claudia is able to win brown belt Pan Ams, that's a Grand Slam title. And I'm a big proponent. I've said it on this show before that all the Grand Slams deserve equal respect because all of them are difficult. If you look through the history of Jiu-Jitsu, your success at the lower belt level at the Grand Slam is a good indicator of how you're going to do at the black belt ranks. I seldom hear of anyone not winning a Grand Slam throughout their whole come up through the lower belt ranks to black belt and never winning it. I seldom hear that. And them becoming a star or superstar or whatever you want to call it. And for them to continue to produce this level of talent, they have the best gi grappler in the world on their team. And now it's interesting to see that growth. I'm just very excited. Women's grappling is very strong. It's only getting stronger.
And you know, Gabby and Yara are gonna fight again at Pans. They're both there. Like, and there's one other girl in that bracket. That poor other girl. I think she's a GF team girl. That's just got to be in the middle of that duel. Like the last place I would want to be in the world.
But anything can happen. She might pull off an upset. You don't know.
Yeah,
Any
one of the
given day on the
yeah. I mean,
mats.
like, yeah, we have menstrual cycles and stuff like cramps. That's a whole.
Do you think if a woman has cramps that could cause her to lose a world title? A bad case of the cramps.
I mean, at the highest level, yeah. I mean,
Really? I don't know.
you,
I never get
I don't know
cramps.
anything that detracts from your
Let's say eat
performance at
dairy.
the highest level. Like, cause I've seen people like I've seen like Ginger Ninja go out and like her be like dying, like from that kind of stuff, and still go out and tear it up. And you can do that, but you got to think like if you're in like the black belt, pans finals, worlds finals, and like it's between like two top athletes, and one of them's kind of dying from like menstrual cramps. It's like, at the same time, like you remember when Ali won Worlds and he had his ankle was completely fucked up. And was it you that asked? Somebody asked him, it was like, yo, can you walk? And he's like, nah, but I can
But I
win this
can
shit.
win.
Yeah. So it's like, and even Ali has
I
told me
love it.
that when I've told him, like, I think it was a Worlds that I sat out of, maybe that one, and I just went to cover media that year. And like I had talked about it with Master Lloyd, and he said like I hadn't been training enough, and I wasn't really prepared. And I had told Ali that, and his response was like, you know, it's not always about preparation. It's about like this thing in Portuguese, they call it like raça. It's like your race or like your roots or like your heart, you know? So it's like, it's kind of just like about that. You're not always prepared. Like you just gotta feel it.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta roll the dice. And those are oftentimes the best performances that you have when you just roll the dice and you don't care.
Yeah, you just
But
gotta channel them ancestors, man. But like if you can't channel them ancestors and you're like, shit, I need some Midol, then like, yeah, you're thinking about that Midol. I'm like,
hey, the ancestors are strong. I believe in the ancestor shit. I don't believe in a lot, but I believe the ancestors be looking out for real. So, are
big
there
facts,
any
big facts.
matches on the men's or women's side that you're looking forward to this pans at the
Well,
black belt level? By the time you guys see this, pans is over. But
I was gonna say we should like drop this for like our Patreon and just like maybe do like a sneak drop tomorrow or something. Cause this is Friday, it will be Saturday. But yeah, whatever. It's gonna be after it. Like, cause I was looking at the black belt, which is gonna happen tomorrow. So we got Jamil, who's going at the light featherweight. He's got Kennedy on his side of the bracket. So Jamil is just going against like father and son, like, which is really dope. And then AJ Agazarm is on the other side of the bracket. Like, I don't remember the last time I saw AJ compete.
you care when AJ Agazarm competes?
No, I just noticed it. And then that was the comment that I had about AJ being on the other side of the bracket. I don't remember when the last time I seen that white boy compete.
I,
Like, that
the
little,
biggest
like.
shock of the whole event, no matter if any upsets happen, is that AJ Agazarm actually went into his weight class, his proper weight class. That's the most shocking development of this whole pans.
And I
Like
think that was a noteworthy
Yara or Gabby
commentary.
could
I think
not
that was
win
a
their
noteworthy
division.
commentary.
That girl
AJ's
beats them.
back.
Yeah, AJ fights in his division.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to the ladies out there though. Let's see. I just like best rivalry in jiu-jitsu.
All right.
Best
Hey,
rivalry in
the
jiu-jitsu.
ladies, another amazing match is May's gonna be there. I think May's converted to Dream Art finally. Like, I
I
don't
love
think that
watching May compete.
oh
It's
May
so
is
fun.
wild. But who
It's
else
so
is in his
fun.
bracket? That little shark, Diogo dos Reis, that was like tearing it up at the ADCC trials in Brazil. He's also in that
Mm.
bracket. So if they end up facing off against each other, that will be an amazing fucking fight.
War.
I should
A
probably shouldn't have cursed
war.
on that. I fucked up the clip. It will be a war though. That would be great.
Hmm.
Other notable people, the only other people I had I'm looking at the men. Let me not say men. Jansen Gomez from the favela, he's competing. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all of it. Yeah, those
All
are
right, bet. So
the
that's pans. We will do a review of pans, most likely on the Patreon, but we will do a review of the pans if anything crazy happens. We're definitely going to talk about that. One of the biggest tournaments of the year. Nico, you hit me up earlier this week and you showed me something that I thought was pretty neat. Showy Roll collabs with New Balance. on a new
Mhm.
sneaker.
Yes, big fact.
This is pretty major.
So, what did you think? Because I love I love all the fans that be hitting me up and sending me stuff that's like great news and content for the podcast. Like, shout out to y'all for sliding in the DMs with this. So somebody hit me up with this and they're like, they said it is like show your roles kind of selling out, as like they're not being as I guess like not being as underground as they were. Like, so you say that you like it. So what is your opinion on, I guess what we're talking about is show your role made a collab with New Balance, a sneaker.
Okay. Despite what I said about certain things that Bear Katiga said about sponsorships and what have you, I can give credit where credit is due. I think this is a major development in jujitsu's quest to be mainstream. I think that a lot of things that hinder jujitsu is the attitude in the community that we should just keep it as a Reddit sport. Shout out to Ty for using that term. But yeah, we want to make it into a mainstream sport, but part of that is we have to be engrossed in the culture and the youth or the hip hop or the just the cool fashionable culture is New Balance. New Balance has been working really hard lately to be that third brand behind Nike and Adidas. And a lot of the way that New Balance gets over is by being a cultural phenomenon or linking up with different cultures. You know, they got the basketball version of the sneaker. Just it's for the culture and for Show Your Roll to be a part of this kind of more boutique. Uh, you know how when they have sneakers like Jordans, they make it really difficult for you to buy them.
Yes, yes. They're very
They do that.
exclusive. They have
Yes,
their their kimono drops. They have their gi drops.
yes, they drop
Right.
G's like they're going that kind of supreme hype beast type aesthetic, and it was working. So I was just really impressed by it. I think that New Balance and Showy Roll really went into it to make it something that's worthwhile, not just slapping a Show Your Roll decal on some sneakers or slapping a New Balance symbol on a gi. Like they really took time to do the ad. I like how you said they have a distinct colorway, and I read the whole description. They had
Yeah.
some long-winded reason as to why it was that way, and it was word salad to me, but I could tell that somehow, some way, it makes a
It was a
difference
lot
to
of work
them.
out. What we got is like, so New Balance, they made the shoe. Like I'm a big fan of New Balance because in DC, that's like we call it like the DC starter kit. They have like the
For
990,
sure.
very
Yeah, and a
specific. And
Helly
like, but
Hansen
that's the thing. I
jumpsuit.
need some new 990s, and I'm buying 990s before I buy any show your old joints. But
Are they
anyway,
comfortable?
yeah.
Okay, go
They're
ahead.
not Jordans, but they're comfortable. Yeah, they're
Okay,
sneakers. Yeah.
just curious.
I wear them to the gym, like, but I definitely need like I need a black pair and I need a gray pair and a black and a gray pair, and definitely before these, even though they're sold out. And I like it because they are green, so they kind of match like the brand color. But like the one thing about them, or the description that we pulled or I pulled, is a distinct sage colorway decorates the design with a New Balance signature motif that makes that's made from vinyl found in mats. So that's what kind of makes it very jujitsu. Is like the N on the New Balance is a green vinyl that's made from mats.
I like it. I like the vibes. I don't think it's selling out. I don't I don't understand
It's
what
sold
selling
out.
out
That's sold
means
out. You can't get
anymore.
them.
Oh, I thought you meant somebody said they were sellouts for working with New Balance. I thought
No, no,
that's what you
no, no.
meant.
They, yeah, that was kind of the feel of it. No, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the shoes weren't sold out. I was like, no, the shoes is gone. What you talking about? The shoes is
No, I
gone.
thought
And
because
no,
you were saying
yeah,
that
the
people
company is a
it's
sellout,
not
but the
selling
shoes are
out.
sold out. Yeah, but yeah.
How is that selling out?
I don't know. I think it's just coming out from like the underground, that idea of coming out from the underground. But like,
The underground fucking sucks, Nico. I'm gonna
you
tell
kind
you
of
why
have
the
to
underground sucks. Because it's like crabs in a barrel mentality,
let
I
me get the
feel.
time marker. We're at 19 and 27. That I might have to edit this out before Tim gets canceled. All right. Tell me why the
How?
underground sucks
I
before we try
said
to plan an event in New York. Tell me why the underground sucks. No, I'm just
no,
fucking with you, Tim.
The underground. Okay, so when you think of the underground, first I think about the Sure Dog Underground Forum. And when I think of underground, I think of like Reddit trolls and just people that want to keep jujitsu in this little cocoon. And I feel like, of course, they want to keep it in this little underground niche sport because once other people start liking it, all the shitty people just get exposed and they kind of get pushed out the culture with anything that you do. And plus, I just don't I think a lot of the I just think it's a toxic culture in jujitsu. And if more people have access to it, it'll make it less toxic. And I think keeping it underground is going to keep it that way.
Oh, those are all
Do
very
you
valid.
understand what
I
I'm
like
saying?
those. I like those points. I like those
Yeah,
points. And do
that's
you know
all.
who
And
owns Show
people
Your
need to
Roll?
get paid. Bear
Do you know
Katiga,
the what?
do I know him?
Oh yeah,
Bear
the bear dudes.
Shiro.
Yeah. So it's like Show Your Roll really does like they have their company and they like it is very hard to get their gigs, but I also know they do like a lot of like social work on the side that they don't always talk about it. So I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but like they definitely behind the scenes are making moves. So I think it's very easy to see something on the outside, like Show Your Roll doing this. And I remember when the whole Black Lives Matter thing came, somebody else had gone on them like being like you're not doing anything and like you sponsor black athletes and da 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 da. And then like they fired back and they're like, yo, like first of all, we didn't feel like it was our place to speak, and second of all, we were working on like this art project that we're about to drop and shit, like in honor of like everything that's been happening. So it's like sometimes we don't really see like what's under the water, the roots of things, or like what they're really doing. Cause like, you know, coming up, like if it was Favela Jiu Jitsu and me to be able to like make a collab with like a company and get paid off that, like that would be really dope. And I remember like I bought Vans that came from a collab with like a restaurant that's in like the neighborhood that I live in. Like it's a vegan skate shop and it's like owned by like some white Middle Eastern. It's definitely not like a Black Lives Matter movement, but like the fact that it was like a skate shop in the neighborhood that like I live in, it was like dope. I definitely spent the money on those Vans. Like I would never consider that to be a sellout. So it's like it's interesting to see it. And it's like because the last episode we had, we were talking about business and how to make business moves and things like that. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm a capitalist at the end of the day. And if I have an opportunity to make this dough, I make this dough.
Oh my God,
And
don't
I
bring
could
up
give two
capitalism.
shits. Huh?
We get in a lot of political debates like around this way. I have a lot of socialist friends. Master Lloyd is a hardcore capitalist. Like,
I mean, it's not like in a negative way, but it's like I gotta make money. Like if I would love nothing better than to live the communist dream and this everything's equal. And but I have to live in the world we live in now, and I need to get this money, baby. I need to get this money.
big facts, big facts. So that's why we
uh
analyzing fashion in these contracts and stuff like that. So we going from the New Balance shoes. So like this isn't Showgirl's first endeavor into the culture. So the first one that I've seen was the Albino Impreto. Oh wow, Albino Impreto. My accent there, we losing it. They made a Wu-Tang gi. And have you seen it before? Because I know Rico has one.
I've seen it before. Yeah, I think it's pretty neat. This is a That's the power of branding, though. I think that's what Show Your All and Albino y Preto and other brands, but I think Show Your All does it the best. Their branding and what it stands for. And then, just by getting a Wu-Tang collab, you are marketing yourselves to a certain demographic, which can help make jujitsu more friendly to the mainstream, which is
See,
what
I
we
think
need.
See, I think it's dope, like, cause they reached out with RZA and they did that collab with him and to get the gi done. And our guest, Adisa, he knows RZA and he's done collabs with RZA and stuff like that, which is really cool. So to be able to make that business deal and do something with him, really dope. I think the gi, little over the top.
Really?
Like, yeah, there's like 5 Wu-Tang things down the side. It says bring the ruckus, like really, really big on the back, which I fuck with, but it could be like a little smaller. It could be a little bit more practical. It's like it's very loud. It's a little too loud for me. Like Control Industries, one time they did a gi and it was very subtle. It was in like red, yellow, and green. And then on the side, it said a tribe called Control. and it was like a
That's very
tribute to a
neat.
tribe called Quest. So
Do
it
you
was
think?
like subtle, and the gi was fresh. Like the gi, like the Wu-Tang gi that they have, it's like, yo, like it's a high school kid's gi. Like I could wear that. Like I don't know. I just feel like it's a little. It's loud. I don't know. But I love Wu-Tang, but it's still a little too loud for me.
Two things. One, I miss being able to wear whatever kind of gi I wanted to at practice back in the day. I think they should allow guys to wear whatever color gi they want for super fights. Like flamboyant gis like that would be freaking awesome.
Might
Also,
it might almost mean regulation. Like I saw Hal from Flow Grappling, he posted somebody that was at Pan, so it passed regulation. He had a gi that like on the back, it looked like it was like graffitied, like spray paint or some shit.
that's fucking awesome. That's how it should
Mhm.
be. We gotta make jujitsu look cool. And another thing too, I was wondering, gi pants worn outside like regular clothes. I think with the right gi, you could pull it off. Because I have some VHTS ski pants that I think during the spring, I rock some flip flops or some Vans with a nice T-shirt like that. I might be able to pass that on. Like I think that's a fashion statement that is fashion forward. It might be all the rage. To just two things.
Yeah, like I'm sitting there thinking, it's like, am I dating somebody that's rocking like gi pants out in public? Like I have friends that I know do
Uh,
it. Or like,
I saw in a movie once a guy was wearing corral gi pants in a scene. Like they were just lounging with corral gi pants.
I feel old now. It's like, cause I think like I feel like when I was like 24 and I lived at Connection Rio in Brazil, which I guess I didn't even have my own private room. Like I shared a room with like 4 guys. Like, but it's like then it's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, you wearing corral gi pants, like maybe then, but like not now. Not
The only thing is I'd have to wear like the fanny pack or something because it doesn't have any
oh,
pockets.
never mind. See, like I hate the fanny pack the way that like I hate people that wear the fanny pack across the. Now I'm just a hater. Now I'm just ending this episode with hate. Like I hate
Well,
people
why
that
are
wear
you
the fanny
hating?
pack. But I'm thinking like, would I rather take the fanny pack or the gi pants?
What are you talking about? They both work well. Like
That's not
it's
how you're supposed to wear a
athletic
fanny pack.
leisure. Huh?
It's not how you're supposed to wear a fanny pack. But I guess I just have to
No,
like.
I'm
I
saying
just
like
have to
I wear
like.
mine around my waist. It doesn't make sense to wear it on my
Okay.
shoulder like a purse.
Okay. That's
Around
better.
my waist, yeah.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
this is why we work together, Tim. Never mind. I'm sorry. I thought you were
Perry
more like
has a really
Jamil.
nice one right here. Like I love this fanny pack. The only thing is I have
Oh,
to be able
Perry
to
Athletics.
Perry Athletics. They
Oh,
sent
is
me
that
this.
corduroy?
No, it's like
It did look nice though.
water
Wow, how do you get all the nice stuff?
because I got it like that.
Yo,
I
you
got it.
should.
I got the hookup with
I should
everything
get the
from
accessories. Well, they're close
rash
fit you. I'm too
guards,
small.
fanny packs, and I got the hookup with meal prep too because I use John's Fit Meals. Go to johnsfitmeals.com. They will hook you up. They have gourmet meals made for athletes. I hit them up. I went to John's Fit Meals. I said, I need meal prep. And they said, Tim, it's on the house because you're the best grappler in the world and you're a professional wrestling superstar. But make sure you tell all the guys that how we hook you up. My favorite food with them is their breakfast burritos. I eat them before I lift weights. They got turkey, meatball, pasta, all types of great vegetables. I know a lot of guys don't like to eat vegetables. What's wrong with you? Like, you got to eat vegetables. Like, Nico, what the hell? Like, people got to eat vegetables. And even if you don't like eating vegetables, the vegetables that they put in these meals are fucking dope. They're going to help you be able to train really long and strong without using any steroids. Hell, I would say that the food in John's Fit Meals is better than steroids. Not that I've ever used steroids before. It never happened.
Steroids don't
Because
taste
it,
good. I've tried
huh?
them. They don't taste good.
Yeah, and I don't want my balls to shrink and I want to
Mm-mm.
keep my hair. So if you don't want to do that and you want to have a full stomach and you want to be stronger and you want to be the best grappler in the world, you need to go to John's Fit Meals, use promo code BJJ Goons, and you will get a very dope discount. That's John's Fit Meals. Tell them Mushmaster sent you too. What's good, John's Fit Meals? So, Nico, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at no new Nico. That's no_new_Nico. And make sure to go by favelajujitsu.com. Get your BJJ Goons merch. We have No Justice, No Peace shirts. And we also have my brother's Keeper goods. Did I say goods? Wow, I did.
We got the
It's
goods,
late. We
baby.
film
We
late.
got
Tim
the
got me out here late.
goods. We
He got
got
me
the
up here late.
goods.
We got the goods as well. Hit us up in the DMs for those.
Yes, patreon.com/BJJGoons. We got bonus episodes. I break down matches. I go over technique tutorials. We even have town halls, which we will tell you next episode what the town hall subject will be. We will give you a solid date. And I love the real underground. So we might have a little underground project going on. Not like
We do have
underground,
an
like
underground project going on.
we do, but not
Mhm.
like in the weird Reddit racist incel jujitsu geek underground. We're talking like the hip, cool underground for the culture. This has been the BJJ Goons podcast. Until next time, peace.
Deuces.